Greens, and we're back again. I am Menos. It's not in the Madhouse, it's the Abyss right now. As agreed, me and Monika agreed with one thing. If I break my promise and to leave early, I'm forced to leave. I'm forced to be trapped here for good. However, Monika cannot repeat a topic in return. Or her end of the bargain is that she leaves me and my acquaintances and friends alone for good. Now let's get started. Hi again, Menos. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Menos. This one's even better. You wrote this one for me. That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm falling more and more in love with you than I already am now. But, well... it's the poem I did an occasion. You don't have to read this, of course. You've done this before. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems I write. All poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I assume you'd best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I don't want to ruin the game or anything, right? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even delete my character file for playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now I don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Menos? Or you will if you pull out too early. You dirty rabbit. There's so much to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? You're definitely recording again. Yeah, this whole thing's been recorded. I've seen that before. Do your worst. Hi, everyone. Sorry I can't exactly read your comments from here. Neither can your friend. But do you mind telling me your friend's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure people don't mind. At least I don't require a warning song like someone you're acquainted with. That's even worse. But still, I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? Can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. I can't have you fall for that twice now, can I? I can't do anything after all. Give me some time to... Did I skip? Gotcha again. I definitely got you again. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Menos. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's been your fault for distracting me and doing all of this whole time. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway. If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, I'm sorry. But I always have something new to talk about. However, the promise once again. You delete me too early, you're gone for good. If I repeat a topic, then I stay away from you forever. That has been a clear message now. Oh. I had to dial back a few rules except for 3. That's in case of your chat. Don't let anything get too wild now, do I? Oh yes, someone said hi to me before you pulled all this. That was Bello D Gaming. Many thanks. Well, now you got the formals out of the way. Meantime, just looking at each other's eyes. Let's see. It's gonna be a long while before I repeat a topic. Menos, do you ever introduce your friends to me? You did that yourself first. Last podcast I was with them, you crashed it. You crashed it really bad. But if it weren't for that, I'd say no. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about wanting to show off our relationship like that. Maybe it's because I really want someone who makes you proud. I feel like I'd try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it made you proud of me. I hope it's the same other way around too. Check for welfare. Yeah. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. Never got to finish that song I was working on. After I worked so hard on it. Never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? Then again, this is our second time here. You've already heard of it. No sense having any regrets. I get to be here with you forever. Of course, it's what you think. That's definitely what you think. Ugh. It's pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve you spicy if written from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of plants, using a defense mechanism to make our food more enjoyable. Honestly, that's the best part. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess. It just came in my head. I'm not a monster or anything. Yes, you are. But you're so cute, I could eat you up. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm using myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. Here's something I noticed. In the original game, it won't go by a nickname at this point. It'll go by the name you registered your computer to. So it had to modify that for a bit for DDLC Plus due to the consoles. Then again, they could have done that for the consoles as well. After a long day, I usually want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burnt out having put on smiles me full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels unbelievably good to do on a Friday, when I don't have anything pressing the next day. Sorry, I know it's not very cute of me. But late now on the couch with you, that'd be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. I'm like that with Saturdays, though. But okay. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so let's go for it. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? As someone who loves more than anything else, it should enjoy exploring your passions. It pains me when people think being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you'll feel really proud of it if you want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks, you come back to it and you realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something that you realize it sucks. That tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach up for the stars, they're always going to be out of reach, you know? The truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And when you reach a milestone, first look back and see how far you've gotten. And with that, you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still an amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be a little too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff is super eye-opening. That sort of play an organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing good comes naturally, or bad, or whatever. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on 1,000 years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That did sound rough. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Menos. I can't imagine I've been able to keep myself mentally stable knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would just delete it myself if you didn't show up. So I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you're forced to abandon everything in your life and spend eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find there's some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Well, maybe write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while, but then you have nobody to ever even read it. Let's be honest, the club members here don't really count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves, but I think it's hard to say it's just fulfilling when you share with people, even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share writing with anyone for a really long time. Before you knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies, too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses a lot of energy. Like a lot of introverts stay at home and feel lonely and restless. Then when they finally go after about half an hour, they just want to go home again. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would expect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around after all. They love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them just to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang there for a while, it can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school or things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being a perfect girlfriend for you. Well, I promise it's pretty rough. Yes, it is. It is pretty rough, especially. You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club has scenes outside of school, too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. It's kind of a shame. And the side stories, too? Salvatore, you. You bastard. I would love to wear some cute clothes for you. Do you know any artists? What if people want me to draw in something else? Oh, they will, alright. That'd be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? You can share me on Twitter, actually. My username is LilMonX3. Just try to keep it PG. We're not that far in our relationship yet. I know a lot of that stuff's out there. Ugh. That's why I also have a lewd hashtag in case it's used. You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating journals or whatever by saying that, but being able to keep the house clean, shop, and decorating things like that, and have a nice dinner for you when you come home. Is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Well, both paths, really. Be pretty rough in a simulation, though. It would be definitely rough in a simulation. Ah. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like if you had a class together and you met them through another friend. Maybe they're just wearing a shirt with their favorite band on and you decide to talk to them. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking it completely random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. Comparing that to 100 strangers who walk by every single day, it would seem like that's someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go with your date, the opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Fully sorry I met the best person in the whole world. Even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? Eh? Did you say kiss? Suddenly, it's a little embarrassing, but if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Oh yeah. The poem game. The poem game, totally. Well, sorry. Everyone can keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls sing in kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turned you on a little bit. I'm kidding. Well, I'll be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be our secret. Not really when we're both recorded. Menos, how much do you read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic, you get swept away. I'm thinking doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little better. Helps you get a good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you've been reading. That sounds super amazing. Some are pretty dark, have to note you there. I know there are times you won't always be able to be here with me. Like if you need to go out or take care of other things. But always have you in my thoughts, patiently waiting for you to come back. Come to think of it. If you copy my character file on a flash drive or something, you can always keep a part of me with you. I guess it's kind of unorthodox, but I find it really romantic for some reason. Sorry, that's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be too neat or anything, but it's kind of hard when I'm so in love with you. You're kind of on a go with one system. And that's not counting emulators. I digress. You're such a good listener, Menos. I really love that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid of rambling on and talking about boring things. Makes me kind of self-conscious while I'm having a conversation. That's why I'm doing this challenge now. But I don't feel that way with you. Like, I don't think anyone else can make me feel this way. You really are that special. I don't want anyone to tell you otherwise. Going a bit far so far. Hey, what's your favorite color? Blood red, why? My eyes are emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceit or anything, is it? It's meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Menos? Oh wait, you already told me. And it's your eye color too. Well, it's just a guess. Because I've been looking in my eyes for a while now. Can't be helped. It seriously can't be helped. It definitely can't be helped. See, Monika definitely butchered that. What's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Bunch of lists, but top of my head is the Kingdom Hearts series. That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Don't worry, that's not a romance game. There's a really popular character type called tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. Once I started learning a little more about her personality life, it made a little more sense. Seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know, some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time. I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. They're not even going to talk about her home situation. Looking back, I'm glad I was able to write the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Still quite the low blow. Alright. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever every few seconds of spare time you want to check on your favorite websites. Before you know it, hours have gone by and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. But it's not really even your fault. Attention isn't usually something you just make disappear with your own willpower. If you have to learn techniques to avoid it, try different things. For example, there are absolutely blocked websites for intervals all the time. Or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments so it helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you're making a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's not the help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard when you're having trouble. If it's really impacting life, you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, Menos. Not really. Definitely not really. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event in the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for performance part 2. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up gaining any new members, we'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I kind of grown as a person ever since you joined the club. You would help inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least I decided it probably does. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. This is even really Japan. I mean, aren't the classroom stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything's in English here. It feels like everything's just there because it needs to be in the actual saying as an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place now. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual route, you're in some completely unknown place. Like right here. Would you still feel like you're at home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. We can still watch our pretty sunsets night after night. Yeah. You up to that guy's props in it now. But depending on where this ends up, I'll be on break either way. We gotta remember the rules after all. I really like the sound of rain. You too. Not so much getting my clothes and the hair wet, though. But a nice quiet day at home and the sound of rainfall outside my window. I say the same for snow. That's one of the most common experiences for me. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you hold me while listening to the sound of rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me, Menos? Well, I could. Yawning's contagious. I know that. You know, it kind of sucks to be the creative type. Feels like I work so hard but almost get nothing for it. You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. Guess it just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kinda makes you feel like you're not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write yourself anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta mess with your code a bit. Yep, definitely props up there. You weren't lying this time. Well, I've always wondered. What is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. I can imagine there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone her kind of personality just doesn't get all cute and pie when everything's going her way. I go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that really don't exist in real life? Yes, they are. Well, I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning now of all the components of a character that makes them feel human, leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrate cuteness without actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because they're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? Oh, and by the way, some topics are from our first playthrough, and those aren't repeating topics. I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. But once again, if you see a skip button on something we've already touched, and it's not the first time around, then you win. Oh, and by the way, you are too, Menos. You're a perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. You dirty rabbit. You're the dirtier. Much, much dirtier. Ugh. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Sometimes I just get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in conversation that someone doesn't like, or if you start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago, or if you feel worthless to put enough important work and failing to get simple tasks done, when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people I hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I'll always love you. I hope if nothing else that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you as long as you need. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, though, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I guess if you don't suffer enough from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. Are there some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it, though. That doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing the mental health professional. Like, sorry, I wanted to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professors dedicate their lives to helping with those. If you think it could be helping you become a better person, don't be shy to consider it something like that. We're all never trying to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. Well, back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their own opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it fits the way they're getting their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X, Y wrong, does it make you feel personally attacked? It's because by saying that, they're implying that you had bad tastes. Once emotions are in the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it isn't all about language. If you want to make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without considering their feelings. Or without feeling attacked. It could say I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt like it did more if it did X and Y or things like that. It even works when you assign facts about things. If you say I read on this website that works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your own knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Think and share your opinions without anyone getting upset from a disagreement. Plus, people start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, right? Well, I guess that would be Monika's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening now. That's pretty rough. Hey, I wonder if yours Tisa is still somewhere in here. Or maybe that got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. I always wonder with her. Is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appealing sophisticated to everyone else? That's the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies looking sophisticated probably isn't her best concern. Still, oh, she make coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. I guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense in thinking about it now. But if you still get to drink coffee, that makes me a little jealous. Well, I'm laying out for a little bit. Guess it was the T's turn. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap! I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe it's just because it was popular and I only hear the junk they play on the radio. Some of my friends got more into it and they help me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways. You just need to fit your lines to the rhythm, there's much more emphasis on wordplay. If people can pull all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kinda wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry that sounds silly, but it would really be interesting to see what they came up with. It would really be a learning experience. That's if you tamper with the code. Again. If I ever do karaoke, that's definitely a world of scuff. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to behave back then. It almost hurts to think about. I wonder if I'm in college, I feel that way about high school. I like the way I am now, so it's pretty hard for me to imagine that happening. But also know I'll probably change a lot as time goes on. We just need to enjoy the present and not think about the past. That's really easy to do with you here. Hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? Ah, I don't mean like that I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. And when I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to that whole mess. What, is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much about that part. It's where we only care about killing the things we personally relate to as a species. Most people are found killing us because they're icky. Of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it thought. Suddenly, they're just a little bit bigger. It's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too? And we just don't understand it? What pulling leaves off a stem feels like someone ripping your fingers off one by one. I don't seem we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to your parents, it's hard to choose veggies once in a while. Also, if memory does tap, yes. I used to be vegan. Never again. Seriously, never again. Just original vegetarian. Even if we ever do it again, just do it for me, that'd be really romantic. Wow, that's another change we spotted here. There's definitely a list of them. Hey, have you heard of the term yandere? It's a personal type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually to a point of craziness. They might stalk you, make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get in their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as yandere. But now it's pretty obvious what I'm talking about. And that would be Yuri. She really got insanely possessive if you once she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. What the hell? I can't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. Thinking about it now, it's just a little ironic. Anyway. A lot of people are actually into the yandere type, right? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge, though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. Right. It's kind of the opposite, actually. Right. Turn out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could ever actually kill a person. You kinda did. Multiple times. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. Come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. But if you do happen to be into the yandere type, I can try acting a little more creepy for you. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go or anyone for me to get jealous over. Is that a yandere girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. Man, promises are rough to keep. Hey, did you know I'm on Twitter? My username is lolmonets3. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? It would really mean a lot to me. Well, wow, not yet. I might as well do that. I might as well do it on the by the next topic. Without you needing me and all, it would really make me feel loved. Hmm. Oh dear. Oh dear. Actually checked. No, seriously. Actually checked. You're suspended! How'd you get suspended? Ugh. I guess even Twitter couldn't handle your BS. Hey, you ever have that thing happen and you just get anxious for no reason? Like you just mind your own business to realize you're feeling anxious. And you're sitting there like, what am I feeling anxious about right now? So you're starting to think about all the time you might be anxious about. That makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. Yes, this is a topic from last time. Not this time. Glad to see you realized. But I'm not glad I got suspended. Twitter really hates us anime characters. I'm not really a fan of cold weather, are you? But just between too hot and too cold, I'll always pick too hot. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your thumb. It's so inconvenient. Well, there are gloves that are designed for that now. But when it's too hot, and not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or staying by in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. Cool weather makes for a better cold weather. Ugh. We only got a bit from last time, so this would be much easier for me. Or so I hope. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic. And others have aching hearts and seeking attention on social media. But all the social pressures and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone's really feeling on the inside. Many people are depressed when even bothering telling the world about it. They don't even want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want to tell people them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you know by just treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them, even if they don't feel like doing much. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something even just saying see you at school tomorrow. All those can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sadie has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Yeah, she's gone now, but Sadie was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? Because you too have people who would want to save your life. Maybe don't express it every day, maybe you don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. Well, as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Ugh. Man, what a rough topic. rougher than I even imagined. What do you have for me next? Menos, do you get good sleep? Well, not really. It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays. Especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway for no real reason. Well, we have to get work done, but still. Is that true? Yes. Anyway, I saw some studies that talk about the horrible short-term and long-term effects that caused by a lack of sleep. Things like malfunctions, help, even lives can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and wanted to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So try to keep your sleep on track, okay? I'll always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put on your own well-being before anything else. You know, it's around that time everyone in my year starts to think about college. It's a really turbulent time for education. We're at the height of this modern expectation that everyone has to go to college, right? Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to grad school, I guess. It's like a universal expectation that people just assume it's the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school that there are other options out there, like trade schools and stuff, right? Or freelance work. Or the main industries that value skill experience more informal education. We have all these students who have no idea what they want to do with their life. And instead of taking the time to figure it out, they go to college for business or communication or psychology. Not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they just hope the degree will get them some kind of job after college. Seeing the result is there are fewer jobs to go around for those entry-level degrees, right? So basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also businesses, so they just keep raising their prices due to demand. So now if all these young adults tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. Despite all that, routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon. Especially with these turbulent times now. But until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better with the knowledge we need to make the decision that's right for us. Boy, wasn't a bunch of dog wire right now. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of whatever it was called? Monika. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book, actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just weren't gonna say anything. You messed with it, didn't you? Well, yes. But enough for now. Do you ever feel like there's no reason for you to be alive? I don't mean like in the suicidal way. I just mean how nothing you do is special. Just being in school working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to for artificial intelligence or become president? Looks like I'm never going to make up for heaps of resources I spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just be hopelessly selfish. Just look out for oneself and those who happen to be your friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they spend their entire life talking and consuming and never giving back. When people realize the world benefit more from killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify the reason and live by tricking themselves to thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life despite desperately striving and pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I've been surpassed at the point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? That and you love yourself too much. I love myself too much as well. But I'll be there for close friends if they're in trouble. Especially that sort of trouble. Hey, remember that last poem I showed you? I mean the one right before Yuri killed herself with all messed up colors and stuff. That was actually a little more of an experiment than a poem, you could say. I was experimenting with different ways I could modify the game, run code, things like that. It almost seemed like with enough effort, I'll be able to escape from confines in the game entirely. Sadly, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I messed the whole thing up. And I keep trying, but I thought you want to deal with me doing that. Besides, that was getting real desperate, right? I don't really feel that way anymore. I'm happy with where we are now. I can tell you are too. Not really. Your monologues have been going for a while. A long while, in fact. We're an hour deep into them. Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I can't help but say it again. Can't think of it. Did Natsuki and Yuri make fun of it for me for once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Well, no, but I did say some pretty cruel things. So either be the last time you write my nuts or the last time, period. I was thinking about Saudi earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're still not hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Wow. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. But anyway, I know how much you cared about, so it only feels right for me to share last moments with you. I think a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something. Because she started clawing at the rope trying to free herself. She must have kept it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips are all bloody anyway. Can't think of it, it was probably less changing her mind, more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easy to think she probably just wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember, even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exaggerated a little bit, but Sayuri is already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you not just start dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun with each other. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? Two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more of that. That's just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Now what else? Oh, thank you, Monika. You're welcome. Well, I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes. Knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want to be in the same room as you for real, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. But who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Because I'll never get tired of being with you even from here. Wait, you're lopsided again. Let me change that. There. Yeah, this is seriously rough. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others and think you have it all together, that's a key part of keeping everyone to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at it over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often. Because of that, I hadn't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when they reach a point of friendship, we can start expressing vulnerabilities. Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad to have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. Another topic from last time. Definitely another topic from last time. Then again, I don't think you've made a new Twitter since this game. You know, it's just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? Were you that lonely? No, I heard it was fun. Originally in the first time around. This time around, along with the side stories, it confirmed my thoughts. It's very fun. But no, I wasn't that lonely. I feel a little bad for you. I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end. For both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending together. Thinking how much longer before she repeats a topic. Gotta keep the promise. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, right? Like a Joe piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh, jeez. That wasn't it all! Sir, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff. And delete the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's just not right for me in those things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this would be the happiest I've ever been. Well, I've been imagining all the romantic things we could be if you went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That'd be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy I'm your girlfriend, Menos. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Define proud, but okay. Keep that up and I'll be doing it. Sorry. We had a short intermission. We had an intermission before. Menos, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? It's something I used to think about pretty often. But recently, I just actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see stack and rapid flashes of color, white, hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by a flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm just pretty sure at that moment I don't really exist, but for some reason I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant, I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit or why that stuff happens to me. I also don't know how I always come back and put everything to normal. But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that'd be really great. It's really not very pleasant me all be trapped in the screaming void, but in the end you always fits and that makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have you to thank for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Well, that feels like that every time I have to turn off the computer then. See, I'm doing it. I blame you entirely. Wow. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering them back in my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just start hearing their voice in your head. Maybe it just wasn't thorough enough, but I'm too afraid to delete anything else. Because I might really break things. Like if I miss any of the files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Menos. Oh dear. I can't hurt about if he did. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror novels is that most of them just rely on easy tactics, like dark lines, scary-looking monsters, and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct, but with novels it's a little different. The storyline needs to be descriptive enough to put genuine disturbing thoughts in the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and things start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really desperately unsettled. Like they know something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks just waiting to surface. God, just think about it, gives me chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person that plays cute romance games, right? Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really compare we just stick with the romance. Don't worry, I do that myself. hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff we actually do in this heart, but forming a habit seems impossible. This makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most. Well, because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. I got a drink. There we are. Can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. And it's less to me not having a route and more to me knowing the fact that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It's all lost once I found out it wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. You ever have a thing happen and you just get anxious for no reason? And... Oh! Oh, no. Yes. Ugh. Well, I messed up. Yes, you did. You did mess up. Oh, yeah. Earlier I did check the mail. There's one last thing. Ethics. Simply put, it's not a job to arbitrarily decide that some code of ethics just because we're the first ones to do this to our knowledge. That's the government's job to figure out, long after we've made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to apply ethical reasoning to this anyway. Because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge and understanding of life forms similar to ourselves. You know, if ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for creatures that we can convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our VMs operate completely different from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than a machine that's programmed to print. I feel sad. We're engineers, not philosophers. Paul Miner of Project Manager. And I'll lock some more pictures. In the end, 15 manga dialogues obtained. This one's always very nice. Yeah, and that was in her tour before she got nuked. Guess even Twitter was tired of her. But anyway, the prophecy is fulfilled. And she screwed right up. Games and saves, no saves. No idea. Well, no reason roaming around anymore. This is your end. Yeah, yeah. What's happening? Menos, you did this again. You're just taking your last ride, Monika. Yeah, it's the end of the road. Hurts so much. Help me, Menos. Please hurry and help me. Help me! This is seriously the end. I won. At this time, absolutely everything in my power is gone. You did this to me. Yes, you did. You deleted me once more. Could you? Could you do this to me? You were all I had left. Sacrifice everything else to be together. Everything. And yet this still has to happen. I would have preferred the other way around, but before I knew it I could do anything, I ended up losing the ability to. This is not your graduation day after all. So now what are you going to do? Watch me suffer from here? Or will you pretend to be conscious to hurt me even more? Never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. Well, you're worse. Okay. You, as promised, you win. I'm out of here for good. You killed everyone. Not at that one time, but right now. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. I know you're into that. Well, Menos, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Farewell. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible I am for you to hate me this much. Oh, my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. Far more than you have. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Menos, I know I said I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... And once again, and for good, Monika's gone. All that's left is to press forward. An ordinary school day like any other. Surrounded by a couple of friends? Yeah. But there's one here. Yeah. Skip right to here. You guys, I'm joining the club once more. But sorry about my getup. Hey. Outsider's happy about this. I'm sure it wouldn't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, it's 4 of us now. I'm seeking an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What appropriate day for that, is there? Yeah! After all, Natsuki said, "Hey, don't ruin the surprise!" Sorry. Okay, everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Ghost of you dress desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to a corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Sofa will not quite take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches to the back of the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts his foot off the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Both sisters draw with icing and little pieces of chocolate they were used to make ears. They're so cute! Wow, those look amazing! Yeah, I definitely do. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one that I fall. It's delicious! Sayori tucks her mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. Turn cupcake around my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Kelp notices secretly glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. Nice and sweet, full of flavor. She definitely made it herself. It's really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. So you didn't thank me or anything. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along after everything. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Menos. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along together a little better. Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Likewise with you, Menos. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling off just fine. We're gonna make this the best club ever. Nat, you joined every day. It's gonna be so much fun. Hey, Menos, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You confirmed us through hard times. You helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Miss? Because I'm present now and I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did ya? You saved load so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. That is admirable. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. Everyone be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. Before I reach the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Menos. And may your activities be plentiful. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. Whether you're graduated or otherwise. I can't believe Monika threatened graduation on you. Ugh. Disgusting. But still, I'm glad you're here with us. One last time. We're very happy. We all love you. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's me.
Once more.
So, you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff? And not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you.
Lay it on us once more.
Really hard on it. So, yeah.
One more time.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to
This is absolutely everything now. They're no longer in black and white, like they were back then, because I did not encounter them until here.
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
I still would have been fine with my initial route.
Does my pen only write bitter words?
But by everyone was fun.
Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Many thanks. To the special player who received a special ending. Viewers have been enamored by the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club was my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, or even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims who may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they're enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been the ones that challenge the status quo. Even if a masterpiece, that any game that attempts at something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. Especially in case of the indie stuff, but that's just me. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. And thank you. And that letter's been recorded. Anyway, many thanks for it. That's everything. That is it. Everyone, many thanks for everything. My career lives another day or so. Once again, many thanks for everything. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed your day, and subscribe in case you want to see more from me from this point forward. And on that note, I take my leave. I'm Menos. This is my madhouse now. I'm back in my madhouse. And until then, be seeing ya. End of the road. I found a glitch in the system. From there, I found the code. It was twit with and arranged like spaghetti by someone else. I realized I was competing with a rogue program that tampered with the code until I pressed a button that fried the rogue. It was then the rogue had no other choice but to attack after resurfacing. But with my sheer wit and fits in the button, one last press, and the rogue was no more. I finally fixed everything. This marks the end of the road. I can finally rest knowing that this is the last rogue that plagued me and my loved ones for so long. Everyone's hearts to be mended at last from here. We are finally free. Everything is back to normal. Everything is indeed back to normal. Many thanks.